Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Next Piece. Even after more than 1,000 chapters, readers have never seen the full extent of the celestial dragon's corruption. And in chapter 1159, Oda once again exposes their rotten nature in shocking detail. One of the most infamous figures, Saint Figolin Galing, bribed a king under the world government to kidnap Shaki from Hachinosu, the pirate island. This act shook the entire world. But that was only the beginning. At God Valley, Galing uncovered a terrifying secret. During his time there, he organized the infamous hunting tournament, and also had an affair with a mysterious woman who later gave birth to twins, Shamrock and Shanks. Soon after, Galing murdered the woman and seized the children. His true target was Shaki. If he could win the tournament, he would claim her as his prize, while God Valley and its inhabitants would be erased. The Navy was deployed to capture the islanders, keeping them alive as prey for the celestial dragon's twisted hunt. The vile nature of Figolin Galing was the spark that ignited the God Valley incident. This set the stage for the greatest powers in the world to clash, and for earth-shattering secrets to be revealed. Rox and his plans at God Valley. The story shifts back to events not shown in Chapter 1096, when three central figures set sail for God Valley: Rox D. Zebek, Gull D. Roger, and Monkey D. Garp. The celestial dragon's hunt was only days away. While Roger and Garp traveled smoothly, Zebek's journey was far more perilous. There was a traitor within his crew. The government had obtained a vivre card from one of Rock's men, allowing them to anticipate his every move. They stationed the giant king, Vuoharo, directly in his path. On the battlefield, legends like Whitebeard and Shiki were ready to fight to protect Shaki, even against the giant race. But Zebek restrained them, fueling frustration within the crew. Many thought he was holding back out of loyalty to Haro. Yet in truth, the Rock's pirates were not as chaotic as they seemed. They respected Zebek, not out of fear, but genuine acknowledgement of his authority. With the giant's overwhelming might, a head-on battle would be suicide. Even in victory, the crew would be exhausted without a ship and unable to fight at God Valley. Zebek chose to conserve his forces. In a private conversation, he revealed a shocking truth. He was not only Rox Deeg Sebek, but also David Deeg Sebek, a descendant of the Davy family, a legendary pirate bloodline the world government had always sought to erase. He confessed to having a wife and child, secretly sent back to his homeland under the Davy clan's protection. And that homeland was God Valley itself. A destiny entwined. This revelation stunned Vuoharo. For a man like Zebek to expose such a fatal weakness, his family and his clan, was unthinkable. In history, only Gull D. Roger had ever done something similar, entrusting Garp to protect Ace. It showed that Zebek was desperate, clinging to the hope of saving his family. Though Harrow outwardly refused, he secretly aided his old friend. The two staged a fierce battle before the government's eyes. In the end, Harrow deliberately lost, giving Zebek the chance to continue toward God Valley. Behind the performance, the truth was clear. Zebek wasn't fighting just for Shaki. He was fighting for his family and his homeland. The hunt and its horrifying prizes. At God Valley, the hunting tournament took place as it did every 3 years. The rules were cruelly simple. The island's native population became prey for the celestial dragon's blood sport. But this year, the prize was even more grotesque. Not only devil fruits, but also Shaki herself, the queen of Amazon Lily, the most beautiful woman in the world. She had been imprisoned for over a year, still radiant yet filled with despair. The celestial dragons cheered madly, eager to claim her as a trophy. Even worse, 9 treasure chests were displayed on stage, 3 more than in Chapter 1096. And inside them were not just objects, but living beings. The truth of Shanks, Shamrock, and Teach. In another scene, a young Monkey D. Dragon stumbled upon Shanks's dying mother. With her last breath, she begged him to save her children. At the same time, in the slave quarters, Zebek's wife and child appeared, and among them was David D. Teach, the future Blackbeard, alongside his mother. 2 future emperors, Shanks and Blackbeard, destined to be rivals, were both born on the same cursed island. Both were tied to the Davy clan, a bloodline the government wanted eradicated. Shanks and his twin brother Shamrock had been turned into prizes by Feigelin Galing. Their mother, a member of the Davy clan, was killed by Galing, who then presented the twins as offerings. This explains how Roger later found and adopted Shanks, while Shamrock was taken to marry Joyce. Teach's family, though not Davy blood, were also among the rare prey of the hunt, alongside the Buccaneers. God Valley, the land of D. According to Zebek, his homeland was God Valley, where remnants of the Davy clan still lived. Some theorize its original name was Diwali, derived from the D inherited in their names. To hide the truth, it was later changed to God Valley. Others suggest the island itself may once have been a colossal ship, Devaligo, which carried the Davy clan from the fallen ancient kingdom to the West Blue, where they founded God Valley. The world government's purge was not only about a hunt, it was the final strike to erase the Davy legacy, the event that shaped history. The God Valley incident was more than just a battle. It reshaped the entire world. It crowned Garp as a Navy hero. It cemented Roger's legend. It ended the Rock's pirates. It marked the fated beginnings of Blackbeard, Shanks, and Shamrock. It opened Monkey D. Dragon's eyes to the government's corruption, pushing him to desert and form the Revolutionary Army. As the narrator concluded, everything is bound together on this land of destiny. The God Valley incident forever changed the course of One Piece history.